Okay, hi, we're back, but now what we're looking at is how to take the stingers out properly. Please don't really look at the actual placement of the stings because this is an advanced level course here, but for right now we're using just a regular, small tweezers, that you could buy at the drugstore. And sometimes I use, Kleenex, but we don't have Kleenex here, so we're just using toilet paper. And we're trying, first of all, we want to make sure that we don't grab the stinger and pull it straight into the air. That's a no-no because then you could leave some of the stinger in there. So we want to grab the stinger with your tweezer and slide it along the skin. It doesn't matter which way you slide. You could slide it up, down, east, west. And then you're going to put your stinger, should still be in here somewhere, or did it fall out? I have heard of...
It might have. It's okay.
Might have fallen out. So let's pretend that it's still in here. You would put it in your toilet paper and then you fold it over, because if I actually touched that and there was a little bit of venom there, then I actually could get a secondary sting.
It can go in. Those little, they're like little needles.
Okay, so we're going to do it a little faster and I won't move around. But so I'm going to pull it to the side and then I'm just going to, there it is right there. And then I'm going to fold it over. See that very small little stinger and venom sac is what creates the miracle. So then we're going to fold it over so nobody gets stung again.
And this is a good idea if you have a spouse that's not actively stinging, to protect them from secondary venom.
Right.
Yeah, and even just secondary, it's been in your body,
Yeah. Okay. So here we go. We're sliding along the skin. And then I'm just going to put the stinger down. There it is, there. And then we fold over the tissue paper. So this is an early video in terms of skill, learning a skill. This is something you need right from the beginning. Even with your testing, you need to be able to, let me see, I think I'm going to turn this tweeze that way, to grab onto the stinger and pull it to the side. So you're pulling it along the skin. I can see it there. I just don't want to touch it with my hand. So there. And then we're going to fold it over. So this is something from the very first day that you start stinging. You need to learn. Let's see if there are any more. There's one more left. So we're going to grab the stinger, pull it to the side, put it in the tissue. You see it's very visible there. And that way we fold it over.
Nice contrast with the white.
Right,
you can see
exactly.
It that way.
You can see it that way. So we finished that side. So there were 5 stings there. Now, obviously, if you're just beginning, you're just starting with a test sting and a regular sting. But okay, so these have been in 20 minutes. So I'm going to grab the stinger and pull it to the side, and then again, just put it right there, and you can see it. It's very tiny, but has a very powerful effect.
A lot of medicine in there.
A lot of medicine. A lot of medicine and a lot of power to kill those spirochetes and other pathogens that are making us ill. Okay. Okay. I'm just very meticulous about this because I know what it's like to get a secondary sting. And if someone has something that's, contagious and you don't have it,
that's the issue too.
It is a big
issue. Because it is a needle. I've actually gotten it to go back in.
I actually, as
accidentally,
an acupuncturist, I have actually accidentally pierced my skin with the needle of, this one is a little tricky because there's some extra there. So let me just see if I can grab that. Pull it to the side. Yeah, got it. I actually got an accidental needle stick from someone who's a hepatitis C carrier. So I had to go to the ER and get hepatitis vaccine, which I'm not really big on vaccines, but I felt
So
like I
one
didn't
more
have
there.
much of a choice.
Did it.
Okay, yeah.
Turn to your left and just.
I guess
there
we
you go.
have-
Yep, there's one.
Let's see. This
One
one
more.
right there.
I like to
Okay.
count them as I take them
I
out.
do
Yeah.
too.
Just
And
to
if-
make sure you get everybody out.
Right.
If you don't have the ability to use the tweezers, I often will reach back and just go like this with my fingernail and pop it down. Now that's myself, so if I get
Right.
restuck and it's been 20, 25 minutes,
Yeah.
it's not going to really do much. But you know, that's only if you don't have someone like Amber or Deb
Or
or some
husband
husband
or
or partner, whatever you
friend.
guys want. Friend, be buddy,
Right.
real be buddy, not EPs. That won't help you.
Right.
But that's the way I do it, and I do what Deb does. I count them.
Right,
Now, you see how this is a really small tweezer you can get in any drugstore.
right.
This is the kind of tweezer that you need for taking the stingers out. If you try to use the stingers they use for catching the bees,
It'll cut
tweezers,
it's,
right.
it's not really that good.
Right.
It's not.
It's a reverse.
Yeah.
Well, and plus we bend them open
Yeah,
so
we
that
bend them
we don't
open,
crush
so
the
it won't
bees,
work.
so
Right,
that's not going
so-
to grab.
So you want a separate tweezer.
And I want to
different
point out
tweezer.
one last thing about those reverse tweezers. I've talked about how you need to space them. If you get the type that Allen's have and you give them a little knock, Deb did a video on it, it opens it to tweezer so nice. It
Yes.
doesn't squeeze it at all.
Right.
Sorry for those people that I yelled at that were using those tweezers.
Okay. Thank you for watching and learning about how to slide the stinger across the skin so that you don't leave any part of that stinger in there. And if for some reason a little piece, does get, you forget or you accidentally pull it straight out, and if there's a little bit of a barb there, it's like a splinter. It'll work itself out, so it's not the end of the world, but you want to try to avoid it because you're going to be doing this for 2-3 years, so
Right.
you want to do it right.
Right,
So
great,
this is a good beginning.
great. Thanks, Amber.
You're welcome.
Thanks, CK.
Thanks.
Thank